days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm near you. And though my heart can't take no more, I keep on running back to you.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, as y'all can see, I have a full beat. I taught you guys how to do your own makeup. I feel like y'all are too grown, y'all are too gorgeous, and y'all are too cute to not know how to put on some blush, some contour, and some highlight. So today I broke down my go-to going out look if I'm going somewhere where I have to be a little bit more put together. So if you guys want a detailed tutorial on how to do your face like a makeup pro, then just keep on watching. For y'all who don't know, I am a full-time makeup artist who does one-on-one classes pretty often. I meet amazing women every day who do not know how to do their makeup, and I feel like at a certain age that's just something that every woman should know. Even if it's not a full glam, just a little 1-2. Not every event can be with a bare face. If you're a guest at a wedding, date night, certain things I just feel like we need to learn how to do a little 1-2. I also sell an ebook on Etsy which goes over my soft glam, what to buy, where to buy, and it also has a very quick step-by-step list. It's something I really want to do. I really want to help people, especially women of color. I know we're raised being told like don't wear makeup. I know I was. So yeah, let's just get into the video. Step 1 of doing your face is prep and prime. Prepping just means you want to have a clean base. Whether you are washing your face using witch hazel, I love to use Noxzema wipes on my clients. Honestly, at home I just wash my face. I use the Tatcha, I'll find it. Okay, so I use the Tatcha Balancing and Exfoliating Cleanser. These are all little testers. I got this for Christmas. Got the full size water cream, which I really like. Whatever face wash you have is fine. After you cleanse, you want to moisturize. Even if you have oily skin, please know the importance of moisturizing. Because you have oils on your face, that means that you probably lack hydration since water and oil do not mix. I am fresh off a face wash. I have not put anything on my skin. I'm going to be using the CeraVe moisturizing cream. CeraVe one is really good and it's low-key like mattifying. I don't know how to explain it. So the next part of prep for me personally is a serum. I love the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Watermelon Dewdrop. This is just something that you can add if you want. I don't think it's necessity. I love a serum. I think it just adds that extra layer of hydration, and niacinamide has so many great benefits. Adding this to not only my routine, but I also have this for my clients. I see such a difference in the makeup application because I do a full skincare prep on my clients before we jump into makeup. After our niacinamide, we're gonna go in with a primer. A primer is used to keep your foundation and overall makeup on all day. Primers range. You have mattifying primers, hydrating primers. This is like a sticky primer. It really just depends on your skin type and what you're looking for in terms of longevity. I love the Power Grip. It adds an extra layer between your skin and your foundation. My oily clients tell me that their makeup stayed on all day, even when I use this product, even though it looks like hella dewy. I forgot to add, majority of the products that I'm going to be using are going to be the viral TikTok makeup products. I'm very easily influenced and I've bought everything that TikTok has told me to buy. I'm very excited to see how I like all these products. Primer, we're going to leave this on until it's tacky, and you know it's ready once you get that bounce back. You can see my I recently bought the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I wear this on its own. I have yet to try it underneath foundation, which is what everyone has been doing. I'm gonna try that live today. I don't like to add a lot of this product just because I don't feel like I need it. If you're on makeup TikTok, doesn't it feel like you learn a new technique every day? It's like I can't keep up. What is the way? How do we do makeup? So we got the foundation brush. I'm gonna be using this to buff in this as well as my foundation. And I really do love the dew of this. So this is it on. Is this a necessity? If you are someone who really wanted to try the Charlotte Tilbury magic filter, whatever, sure, get it. I'm not sure just yet, but I'm gonna try it with my foundation. So today I'm gonna be using the Makeup by Mario foundation. This is in the shade 18W. When you are spending a lot of money on a product, specifically for my clients, I use NARS foundations. It's a $50 bottle. I don't remember how much this was, but I think it was up there as well. Don't be afraid to do like a 2 pump. I don't think that this foundation even needs that much, so I'm literally just going to dot these drops all over and spread it out with this brush. I hate seeing makeup go to waste, so if you are someone who is applying more than you need, reel it back. It's so much easier to start with less and build than start with so much and try to decrease. Don't do that. This is a full coverage. I think it's medium to full coverage, and it has like these pearls in it, so I feel like my face is going to be very, very, very dewy, which I'm not sure how I feel right now. I don't know if I want that much shine, but we'll see. I have this small little mirror. This is applying on top of each other beautifully. I was really nervous that this would be like overly dewy, but in person it's actually not that scary. Is the e.l.f. Halo Glow necessary? I'm not sure just yet, but right now I don't think it's like I need to do this. Like, I feel like the Mario already low-key looks like this without it. So next we are going to go into concealer. I of course have the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm sure you guys have heard all the rave about it. I'll be using the colors Warm Sand and Golden Beige. Again, I'm going to be using that same technique because I'm one to save product. I'm taking like a really flat concealer brush, paint this on. I like to start with the deeper shade, pull it out, dip in again. Go like this on my forehead, make a little tree, and then get the middle of my nose, just down the middle. Then with the Golden Beige shade, which I haven't tried yet, I actually saw a TikToker who had the same foundation color. She used this shade as her highlight, and I really loved how her makeup turned out. I'm gonna be putting that in the inner corner and like higher up right here, corner. So you should be looking something like this. Now we are blending. Beauty blenders pick up too much product. I love to use this as a smoother or like an after blend if I feel like it just needs some of the product taken off. But if you start in with a beauty blender, you may be picking up way too much product and removing all the coverage that you want. So don't be afraid to start with a brush. I love the Real Techniques. This is the setting brush, and all I do is take it on the flat side and I'm just pushing and stamping that into my skin. I'm not swiping, and I'm not going up and down like moving the brush too much. It's literally like vibrating on my face. So this is it all blended. There's no creasing, no nothing. So I'm gonna go into the other side. So you should look something like this, and we're lifted. Reminder to pull this part out. If you want that like snatch, you should want a slight line. Blend the rest of the face. I'm keeping the chin highlight right where I put it. If you spread it out too much, you're widening your face, which is something that you don't want. Also notice that when I placed my concealer, I didn't go lower than my nose. If we go lower than the nose, we're sagging the face. So we're keeping it at the nose level and higher for this upper part, and then we're connecting it on the sides here. This is the Real Techniques Luxe Crease Brush, and I'm just gonna use this to blend out my nose highlight. I don't want it to be gone, I just don't want it to be as harsh. Next is contour. I personally do not like to cream contour on my clients. The most I cream contour on my clients is their nose. I love a no cream. I love a powder look. I'm just going to add this to the sides of my nose. And that's not to say that you can't get a seamless look with a cream. It's just if, as a beginner, it may be harder for you to blend out. Again, less amount of product so that you can build up versus putting a whole bunch and then you're like, why does it look like I just got beat up? We don't want that. Take that same blending crease brush again. I'm just going to lightly drag this down and pull it in towards my brow. So we have a much more structured nose on this side. I just love to give myself a nose job with makeup. I think that's like my biggest flex, is when I want to see how I look like. If I decide to get a nose job, I could do that with a good contour. That's all you gotta do. So now that we are all wet, it's time to set. So if you ask yourself, how do I know like what gets set? If it's wet it gets set, meaning your concealer and your foundation is going to be set with something. And I'm going to teach you guys today what I do to get not only the bright, you know, UK London girl, get the London look bright under eye, but also just a really smooth base. Okay, so I'm just using like a powder brush like this, which I love a good powder brush. And I'm going to be dipping into the Charlotte Tilbury medium. It's like a really nice tan shade, a lot brighter than me, as you can see. So before you set anything with powder, make sure that you are removing any creasing. Creasing is normal. If you have creases, you're gonna crease. So don't be afraid to just clean that up before you add your powder. I'm just looking all the way up to make sure that I'm getting all my creases, and then I'm gonna go in with my powder. This is my first time using this brush too, y'all, so I hope it does not fail me. I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna stay looking up and then just tap. So this is what I call a preset. I'm still gonna bake and set with a loose setting powder. So we're looking up. So now I'm gonna take that same setting brush and just set lightly all the other highlighted areas. So my under eyes, my upper lip, my chin, and my forehead. We're gonna get into loose setting powder. Even though that this is set with a powder, it is not fully set. I still like to do a little bake. I'm using the One Size Beauty translucent powder, and this cost me a pretty penny, so I'm not gonna be using too much. I always blow. You could dab it off on the side of your hand, and I'm just going to look up again, and I'm pressing that powder in. I don't want it to really like sit on my skin too much. So I really like for the powder to look super fine, and I do that by pushing it into my skin. And we're looking something like this. And you'll see I'm starting like this, and then I'm turning the powder puff along my face. I don't know why that is such a interesting concept for my clients, because they will literally just stay like this the whole time. You are not a tree, you can move, so please move the powder puff along with the crevices of your face. I have this sheer type of look like this. I'm gonna do the same thing to every other place I added concealer. So again, your upper lip, your chin, and your forehead. You should look like this. So now that we're done with setting powder, we are going to get into pressed face powder. So remember I said if it's wet, it gets set, meaning that we have a whole bunch of wetness down here that is yet to be set with some type of powder. So we're going to use a colored powder, a powder that is the color of my skin tone, to set the rest of my face. Today I'm going to be using the One Size Beauty. I'm in the shade Medium Dark 1. And it looks like this. It fits my shade pretty well, I think. And I tried it in Sephora, and y'all know Sephora be dark as hell for why? Why are you dark, Sephora? I need the light so I can see what color I am. I'm taking a really large fluffy brush, and I'm gonna dip into this. This is their, I think it's like their foundation powder or powder foundation. I pack it on like this, and I'm just going to set the bottom part of my face. So all I'm doing is really just mattifying it, but I'm making it my color. Going up, but I'm not going to dust away this bake just yet. I'm just stopping right below, right on my cheekbone, really like right below where I put the bake, because I still want this to be really bright. If you add your face powder to that under eye area, you sort of did all that for nothing, because we went brighter with the concealer for a reason. So just make sure that when you're removing that bake, you're using a light powder as well. Really light. Like, I really love that I don't feel this on at all, but my face is so matte right now. I'm going all over my forehead. Invest in a good face powder. I love the Sephora Micro Smooths. I just couldn't find a shade that fit me well, so I went with the One Size, and I'm really happy with this purchase. Now we're we're on to bronzing and contouring. I'm sure you've seen the hype with the Juvia's Place duos. They are worth the hype. They're brown girl friendly. I use them on my clients. I do service more melanated clients, so I definitely try to buy products that I know will work for their skin tone. I absolutely love these. I use the shade Tan, and I just really appreciate whoever created this product, just because they really did a thing. For $18 you get a bronzer and a contour. If you don't know the difference between a bronzer and a contour, a bronzer is what you're going to do to add warmth and or color back to your face. Contour is what is used to add structure to your face. So you want to add more of that bronzer, less of the contour. I also hear that a lot of girls with deeper skin tones are scared or don't understand why they need a bronzer. It's just to add warmth, especially if you're using powders on your face. You may seem ashy. Add some bronzer and it'll bring you back to life. With the bronzer shade, I'm taking an angled fluffy brush like this, and I'm just going to dust this on. I know where my contour is. One, I just look at the top of my ear and I follow down, so I know right here. And I also have a high cheekbone, so I sort of just see where that crease is right there. And I'm just filling up the side of my cheek with this. You'll also notice that I'm not going really past my eye line right here. I'm keeping it right here, and this is going to help with that snatch look. I'm also not covering our cute little bake. It's still baking, so we're doing that on the other side as well. I'm just pushing the product in. I'm not going past that eye line right there. This is the most product that I add on my forehead. I hate the look of edges that have a bunch of makeup on it. And I'm also gonna add it to my chin, my chinny chin chin. The contour portion, I don't add a lot. I literally just add it right on my contour line. You could see I just have a natural contour right there, so I'm gonna dip into that color and I'm just gonna emphasize it. The thing I like to do is I like to cut my face. Not necessary. If you like how this looks, eat it up. I'm just going to go in and just really cut that contour. So I just take the side of the powder puff and I just give myself a nice little cut. Next is blush, my absolute favorite. I'm becoming a blush hoarder, but I have all Juvia's Place blushes. I think that not only are they for black and brown women, their pigment is insane. I really love this like coral shade that I have here. Of this red, it is in the shade Bella. I like to mix the two. I always start off with, again, the lighter colors, and then I'll add that red Bella color on top. So I'm taking another fluffy brush and I'm adding that right on top of my blush, and I'm going a little bit low with that and adding it onto my cheekbones. This is the volume 2 from Juvia's Place. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit more I'll add the Bella, which is that deeper reddish color, and I just add that right on top, and I just feel like that just adds a little something. One thing I forgot to do was our nose contour. So even though it is already done, you just want to set that with the powder. So I'm just going in with my bronzer and contour on a small detailed brush, and I'm just going over our contour on the nose. It's a little harsh, but I'm going to be adding other things that will make sense in a little bit. So now that we look like a little clown, we are going to start to dust away everything. You want to do your under eye bake, so I'm going to dip back into that medium shade and I'm just dusting away my bake. If you're experiencing flashback, either one, you're not going hard enough with this process and you're really not like dusting for real, or you just don't have a good setting powder. I don't think that you have to invest in a lot of makeup products that are high end, but I do believe that a setting powder is important. I always tell my clients, you could LA Pro girl, you can Maybelline all day, but for a setting powder, you'll see a difference if you invest. I'm just gonna go in with my One Size Beauty. I'm going to be adding this color all over my face. I diffuse the blush by adding the powder on top of it. This just makes it look not as, you know, horrifying. I definitely don't want to give clown. And I also add this on my nose contour just to make sure that everything is diffused and looking like one. After all of that is set, we're gonna do our first face set, and I'm just taking my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and I'm just going to lightly mist this over my face. how you want it before you move on to eyes. I'm going to be taking the Morphe Brow Definer Pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse. Also, I clean up my own brows. I don't get them done anymore. I'm not someone who really loves a super defined brow. So all I'm doing is just creating a line right underneath, following my natural brow line, so you can see the bottom part. Then I'm going to go onto the top part, and I have this here just in case I need to go on my face. I'm just adding to the edge, curving and connecting that line. I don't like my brows to be super perfect, but at least the lines are they're very sharp and cute. Filling in the end of my brow, and then I'm just like brushing the hairs through like this, adding a couple strokes in the front so y'all can see the difference between this brow and this brow. She needs some help. Like everyone has that one brow that they just hate, and I think it's this one. Like I just feel like its sole purpose on earth is to give me problems. Sisters not twins. I live by that, because as long as they have the same last name, I don't care. Personally, I don't care. I'm going to conceal. I'm taking that shade Warm Sand concealer brush that I had. I'm dipping that in. I'm just lightly flattening that on the side of my hand just so I don't have too much product. Lifting my eyebrow, and I'm just going to clean. The Real Techniques, that same little buffing brush, and I'm just pushing the product in, and I'm not that mad at it. It's been worse. I have the Warrior palette, the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place. I usually just use a bronzer, I'm not gonna lie, but since we are doing a full tutorial, I just decided to use a eyeshadow palette. Start with that bigger fluffy brush, so any type of fluffy brush like this will suffice if you are following along. Taking that first color, a brown, to start by packing this on my lid. Packing is when you want a bunch of color and coverage. Blending is when you just want to blend out your harsh lines. So I'm packing the color on. I'm gonna do that on both eyes. And then I'm gonna dip back into that color and blend out the edges. Really emphasize the color on the inner part of my brow. This is creating a longer nose bridge. I'm just going to keep doing this until all the edges are blended out, sweeping back and forth, as well as doing like little circular motions. If you ever feel like you have like a really harsh line, you can go in with a brush that has nothing on it. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend. This helps because it has literally nothing on the brush, so you're not adding any product, you're just blending. I'm going to do eyeliner. I'm not sure if this is going to be part of the tutorial because it's been a minute since I did eyeliner, but I'm going to still try and do it on camera. Honestly, the hardest thing for me to learn when I first started, so be gracious and patient with yourself, because this was really hard, y'all. Eyeliner is not easy, and it's so easy to mess up. And these are like hella like curvy. I did not mean for it to be that curvy. So then I'm just going to add a black eyeliner to match. I'll pull down my eye and get in there. Pulling down definitely helps, especially if you're scared that you're gonna poke yourself. Now we're giving, you know, samurai, Nikki the Samurai Ninja. These are some Amazon lashes. I use these on my clients as well. Make sure to cut the edges off. If you ever are like uncomfortable or you feel like something's poking you, more than likely you just didn't cut those little pieces off. So I really love drawing my glue on these days. I feel like this was such a good hack. I also learned this on TikTok, drawing the line like I would an eyeliner. This has helped me to not get glue all over my eye. The eyelash just only will stick to where the glue is. Just makes putting on lashes so much quicker and easier. And there's the lash. The same thing. Getting the middle on. Yeah, and these are super fluffy. I love these. I always say as above, so below. So since we have brown on the upper part of our lid, we need to have brown on the bottom part as well. I'm gonna just smudge my bottom line. This just makes the look more cohesive, but it just brings everything together when you do this. This looks so good. A blush girl. I'm going back in with the Bella color. So now we're gonna go into our final steps, which is lips and highlight. Wipe the foundation off my lips. So I'm gonna first start off with this shade Bite Me. It's not a deep brown, but it is a brown. To go over. If you guys use BFF3 from ColourPop, this is like a dupe for that. They're literally the same color. And I love to overline, so when I overline, I usually hold my lips together so I could just go a little bit over my natural lips. I know I have full lips already, but overlining just gives me the plump that I really like. I go like this. Then you just want to add a nude. This is the color Athens from NYX. This is like the color of my natural lips. Then I go in with the NYX Lingerie Push Up in the shade Corset. And it's just like a really nice nude. You'll notice I'm not rubbing, but I'm patting. I'm also a gloss person, so I'm gonna go in with a nude gloss. This is the NYX Milky Gloss in Milk and Honey. This is my all-time favorite. I use this on my clients, and it's just the perfect nude gloss. So I'm gonna add that to my middle of the lip. I'm gonna go in with some Beauty Supply Store gloss. This is the Rose Hip Oil one. They're all the same, but I'm only gonna be adding this on the outskirts of my lips, so like right on the lip liner. And this is just gonna give me an even juicier looking lip. Got a juicy Barbie doll lip. Final step is highlight, and I also have a trick for my under eyes to get that really bright look. I love to use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. This is also something that went viral on TikTok. Just take a fluffy brush, and I just put this in that inner corner. This literally smooths everything out. Like, I literally look perfect after I use this. I put it in all the places that I want emphasis. I don't like to put it on my whole face because, again, this is like a white, but it just highlights so beautifully. I don't know what they put in this powder. I always go back in with just all my powders and make sure that, again, I don't look too white, too crazy. So I know y'all have heard of the Rare Beauty highlighters. They're worth the hype. This is the one. I love this highlighter. I use the shade Flaunt. I also have the shade Mesmerize, and I found a Zoeva brush at Marshall's, and this was $4.99. Happy that I got a highlighter brush now. I really spend all my money on my clients. Y'all should have seen my makeup collection. It was so trash at my house. So I'm really happy that I'm starting to build on my stuff so that way I can make content for you guys as well as have content with my clients. I'm gonna take it on this highlighting brush. Oh, I know y'all see that. And I love how from the front you can't tell until you turn. That's gorgeous. Same thing. You don't see that? Yeah. Gorgeous. Yeah, that's how you want it. This shit means something to me. The nose, I just do a exclamation point. I get a really small detail brush like this, and I do the dot of the exclamation point and then a line at the top. Then I get my inner corner and my inner corner. Last and final touch that I like to do is just mascara. I think mascara is very necessary for your looks, even if you don't really have a lot of lashes, bottom lashes, may or may not want to add some mascara just to blend everything together. I personally have really long bottom lashes, so this is like my favorite part because it just makes my eyes look even better. I've been really starting to appreciate the beauty that God gave me. I don't know if y'all noticed, I took my piercings out and I don't really wear minks that much anymore. Not that minks are a problem. I love them and I will get them again, but I was wearing them so much that I literally, like when I would take them off, I thought I was the ugliest person to walk the earth. So I really am happy that I took a break so I can remember what my face looks like, which is so funny. It sounds crazy, but I'm so happy right now. Now, before you leave your house, you want to set your face. I really love the One Size Beauty and the Makeup Revolution All Day, All Hour something sprays. I use this one on myself at home. Again, I'm slowly investing in my own kit the same way that I invest in y'all's. Let me close my eyes. Yeah. So I am all done with my face. As y'all can tell, I am obsessed. I love how this turned out and I'm really happy that I did a full glam on camera. I'm just so proud of myself right now. Like, this just looks so good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Comment down below if you followed along and let me know how your makeup looked and how it lasted. I would love for you guys to send me pictures on my Instagram. I don't have my main Instagram at the moment, but I am active on my makeup page at The Main Effect. I'm also active on my TikTok at honeybunbaby, and I may be changing my name soon, but I like that name. Comment down below your favorite makeup step. For me, it's definitely blush and highlighter. I mean, come on. But for you, it might be lips, I don't know, lashes, whatever it may be. Please comment down below and let me know what you guys love to do. You know, everyone has been asking me for a how to do my makeup video, and I'm happy that I came and I saw and I conquered. Stop playing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will be back with some more content. Make sure you turn on my notifications and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.